All right, man, Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. I look a little bit different because I'm not in my studio, but we got to do what we got to do to get this content out. All right. So today I want to talk about toxic fandom, and I want to talk about the people that call people toxic fans. And I'm going to break down the true definition of a toxic fan and the true definition of just a hater. And I think that in this particular argument, we're gonna go on both sides, and I'm gonna play devil advocate on both sides so y'all can understand where I'm coming from. And also I'm gonna show y'all that most of these fans are not toxic fans. It's just people who just want to give people pushback because they like something. So recently I'm in the DC groups. I'm in all the DC, the Marvel groups. I'm in all the Marvel DC groups. And there was one guy who said something that kind of piqued my interest. He said, I hope they never bring Snyder back to shut up all the toxic Snyder fans, right? So here's my thing, right? If you feel that passionate about someone saying or someone being passionate about something, then you're a toxic as well. So if you're saying you hope that they never bring Snyder back to shut up all the toxic fans, then you're just as toxic as them. There's no difference between the two. There's no difference. Actually, I would even argue to say you're worse than them, because you're praying or you're wishing for something bad or something not good to happen to teach them a lesson. The only thing that I disagree with Snyder fans or Snyder toxic fans, so what y'all say, is the fact that a lot of them only want one thing, right? But that's not the whole fandom. And just because you particularly defend Zack Snyder doesn't make you a toxic fan. I defend Zack Snyder all the time. That doesn't make me a toxic fan. I do recognize that there are other DC projects. But for me, I think Snyder's vision was the best vision. That doesn't make me a toxic fan. I'm not telling everybody to ban or go out and not support something. A lot of times it don't be fans that tell people that or say this. A lot of times it be y'all who y'all hate the Snyder fans so much that y'all make up stories. It'll be one person who will say something like, or two or three, maybe 10. But there's millions of Snyder fans. We'll just say 10 Snyder fans. It'll be 10 Snyder fans that say, I'm not going to see Robert Pattinson Batman if it has nothing to do with Snyder. Then what y'all title in the video, y'all say, oh, Snyder fans said that they're not supporting DC at all. That's what y'all do. Y'all worse than the so-called toxic fans. Y'all 10 times worse, because y'all lie and drum up all this stuff just so people can get traffic to your page or so people can comment on your posts. None of y'all are just being honest. First of all, let's be clear here. Warner Brothers and WB don't give a fuck about our opinion when it comes to money. They don't care. If they're gonna go a certain way, that's what they're gonna do. What are you gonna say that Snyder fans are influencing them to do something? I highly doubt that. I highly doubt it. And if Snyder fans have that much power, then obviously WB is gonna side with them because they're the ones that's putting out the money to go see the stuff. So when you say stuff like, oh, well, the Snyder bots. First of all, how can a bot be a fan? So how can you say, oh, this Snyder bot or Snyderverse bot or Snyder toxic bot? It's not a fan. He's not a fan. They're not fans. They're actually computer generated fucking profiles that does something for one or two people who are controlling them. So how can you say that this is Snyder's fault? That's one or two people, or maybe 10 people. Now, to get some pushback on the toxic Snyder fans, y'all gotta stop. Y'all have to stop this. If it ain't Snyder, it's nothing. You have to stop that. I am one of those people that wants Snyder to finish his vision, which I totally believe that that's what's going to happen. Because obviously it has to happen because, well, it's going to happen because we're talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League, and it's almost, 2-3 years later, and we're still talking about the movie? Nobody's talking about Endgame anymore. Nobody's talking about Captain America Winter Soldier. Everybody's still talking about the Snyder Cut. And the Snyder this, Snyder that, Snyder this, Snyder that. Obviously, it's a big deal. But I have to give y'all some pushback. Y'all have to be the people that advocate for Snyder, but not go against what everybody else is trying to do for Warner Brothers. Let's just be clear here. But my biggest issue isn't with them. My biggest issue is with y'all people calling them toxic when y'all are the problem. Most of y'all that call Snyder fans toxic, y'all the ones that go in the comments and y'all constantly say derogatory things towards people, and they get mad when they defend themselves. How you gonna get mad at somebody when you call them toxic and they say, I'm not toxic? How you gonna get mad at that? The same way you're coming at them, it's the same way they're defending themselves. You have to respect that. And the thing about Snyder fans, they don't go around bashing the other fans. They might say that they don't want they might bash certain movies, but they don't go and bash other fans. I've never seen a toxic Snyder fan, so-called toxic Snyder fan, go after a regular fan and say, you know what, you're trash. And a lot of y'all just say things just for reactions. That's worse to me. That's worse than a toxic fan, because you're just doing shit just so people can look at you. Like, hey, look at me. I'm on stage. Look at me. I'm on the Facebook stage. Look. You want to see? Probably talking to your friends saying, hey, guess what? Watch this. I'm gonna go in the DC group and I'm gonna say that Black Adam is better than Man of Steel. Watch how they act. It's like, that's corny, dog. That's corny. And the dude that said that, I want to debate you on that. I want to debate you. Because you said that it's better. I understand we have our difference of an opinion. Everybody has a difference of an opinion. But let's be clear here. You can't say that it's absolutely better without providing any reason why it's absolutely better. You have to tell us why you believe something's better. You can't just say it's better because that's how I feel. Because if that's how you feel, then your argument isn't valid. You can't do that. You can't say, oh, well, I feel as though it's better. And then a person like me, who's a blogger who wants to understand why you feel that way, I'm gonna ask you why you feel that way. And I ain't gonna say it just to be smart or to get some comments. I'm gonna say it because I want to have a dialogue with you about it. That's why I'm saying it. I ain't saying it because I'm trying to be funny. I want to understand, what is your reasoning for you saying that it's better? That's my thing. But a lot of y'all do things just for clout, and that's corny. Y'all, or at least with Snyder fans or so-called toxic Snyder fans, at least they love something or they obsessed with something to the point where it might not make them totally blind, but at least they are focused on something. Y'all get on there and y'all don't even know what these characters are. Some of y'all be asking questions and I'll be like, what? How are you even asking this? The one dude said, what is MOS? What? You shouldn't even be in the group. There's no way you should be asking a question like that. I don't understand it. Anyway, guys, like I said, like, share, subscribe to the page. If you believe that Snyder fans are all toxic, I want to hear you in the comments. If you believe that just the general fans just hate Snyder fans because they are so passionate about something, I want to hear you in the comments. Let me know what's going on out here. And I'll see you guys on the next one when I'm back in my studio. Torture Talk, you know.